Hey, welcome back to Sweets Life. I'm Sweets, also known as Clarissa. It's been a minute since I've actually done a recording. Corona, all that good stuff, a lot of things have happened, but that's a whole nother story within itself. But today I just want to come on here. I've been trying to get a video up since Sunday, and it's not working, so I'm starting over. But today I'm going to come over here. I just want to, excuse me, in recent I've been buying a few new products. Had some subscription boxes that came later than normal, so I couldn't record those. Um, but hopefully, it's October 1st. So hopefully, for the month of October, I'll be able to get my boxes up. I have quite a few, so stay tuned for that. If you haven't already, like, comment, subscribe, share, turn your notifications on so you get notified every time I post a new video. I'm aiming to post every Thursday and Sunday. And ever so often, maybe during the week, I do work a full-time job, so sometimes it is harder for me to record once I get off work. But, bear with me. This is all new to me. And, yeah, so let's just hop right into it. I've already washed my face. I've done my skincare. And if you want a skincare routine, I'm trying out some new products, so I don't have a real set routine right now. Um, I do wash my face in the morning. I wash my face at night. I'm trying out some different products to get me an actual skin regimen. But once I get that together, I'll be glad to provide a skin routine or a skin regimen that I use morning and night. Just stay posted for that. But let's get into it. So I don't normally prime my face, but today we're going to try, this is my first time trying this, the Fenty Pro Filter Instant Retouch Primer. I'm going to prime before I do anything else. Um, just testing it out. I'm not a big fan of primers, more so because I use moisturizer, and I have very sensitive skin. So sometimes I don't, if I moisturize, I feel like I don't need a primer. Plus, I have very oily skin right up in this area, right up in here in my T-zone. So if it's not mattifying me, I don't necessarily want to test it out. I mean, of course, if there's products that y'all would like for me to test out, I'll be glad to. I just know my skin and I know how my skin works. Um, so my next thing that I go into, the first thing that I always go into is my eyebrows. So I will be using the LA Colors, um, what is the name of this? It does not give me a name, but it's I know it's the pomade, LA Colors in dark brown. I've been using this for quite a while, and I have to say, I love it. At first, I didn't really do eyebrows. I wasn't big on eyebrows until I realized that they do really shape your face. So if you don't get in the eyebrows, get in the eyebrows. Like, they make a difference. They definitely do. And then I'm going to use my angled, this is a Beach Cosmetics Studio Pro. It's just a spoolie and angled brush, which I'm looking for my brush cleaner so I can clean this off. I thought it was right up here, but I guess I thought wrong. Yeah, I put it down in here. Okay, so I can't find it, so I'm just going to use the paper towel to get off any products. Well, it's not products, it's the pomade, because that's all I use, really. But I normally like to clean it off to make sure that it's not really like caked on like it is right now. I really need to clean this brush because I don't believe I have another angled brush. But anyway, so I'm using this is my lighted mirror. I don't by Contour. As you can see, it's very well used. I don't, right now I'm not using the light because obviously I have light in here, so I don't need the lighted part of the mirror. But we just start with my eyebrows, which I just got my eyebrows done, so this should not take long at all. I just start by tracing out the top, and then I go in and I trace out underneath the bottom, and then I just fill in. So I'm really only going into my product once per eyebrow, really. Um, and don't worry if it looks a little messy. I go back in with concealer and clean that up. But as you can see that's the eyebrow without it, that's the eyebrow with it. Once I clean it up, it'll look a whole lot better, I promise. And now just go in and do the same to the other eyebrow. I do it in very, like, short strokes, just so I don't have to do so much cleaning up with the concealer. This works for me. I don't know about everybody else, but it does work for me. And I'm not no certified makeup artist, none of that. Everything I've learned, I taught myself. So probably by watching the YouTube, just like you're watching YouTube. So it's there's a lot that I still have to learn. There's a lot that I could be taught, but for now, this is how I do my makeup. I've come a long way from when I first started doing makeup. I started doing makeup when I was 18. I'm now 29, so we're talking 11 years now. And this eyebrow, for some reason, is always, I don't know if it's because I'm right-handed, so my right eyebrow is better, but my left eyebrow is always worse. But that is what I'm going to do for that. I'm going to close this back up. And now we're going to get into concealing the eyebrows. And for concealer today, being that I did use the Fenty, I'm going to use the Fenty concealer. I am in the color 385, so this is This is the Fenty Pro Filter Concealer, Instant Retouch Concealer in the shade 385. And I'm just going to use this to carve out my eyebrows, clean up any messes that I made. And then I'm just going to take this is a Real Technique sponge, just a little small one. It has the pointed end, it has the little smooth side, and then like the little tip is indented too. Just use this to blend in the concealer. I will say I've tried the concealer out a couple of times. I do like the formula. I think it is a nice formula. I think when I repurchase though, I am going to, well, it might not even be a repurchase. I may just go ahead and buy it again while I still have that one. I think I'm going to get a lighter shade because I like to have a brightening effect underneath my eyes. And that doesn't necessarily give me the brightening effect that I'm looking for 100%. But it is um, a good concealer for the most part. So now I'm going to go in with eyeshadow. I do an eyeshadow next because if there's any fallout, I can clear that up with concealer, foundation. I don't like to mess up my foundation with the eyeshadow. So I have a few new palettes that I do want to try out. Um, may not get to all of them today, but I do want to try them out. And where is, oh, there it is. So I just got this palette in my, what month was it, September? In my September um, BoxyCharm Luxe. I just got this palette, so I'm very interested in trying it out. It is the Queen palette by Eloise. I know a lot of people have said that they love the payoff on this, so we're going to give this a try today. It is 20 pigments, 8 mattes, 6 shimmers, 1 pressed pearl, 4 metallics, and 1 duochrome topper. So let me just give you a look inside the palette. So this is the palette. As you can see, the pretty colors. So I'm very interested in trying that out today. Trying to see. So I think I'm going to start with these two colors up here. This one and this one. So that will be Sheba and Kingdom. And we're going to need to pull my brushes out. Found my brush cleaner. This is just a little, got it from the Dollar Tree. Just a little pad to clean out the brushes in between applying shadows, so you don't have to keep using so many brushes. So I'm just going to take, this is a BH Cosmetic, just a little fluffy brush, and clean that off right quick, get any shadow that's on here off. And I'm going to go in with Kingdom and Sheba mixed together. I do love that the palette has a mirror light. That is, because then that means I don't have to have this palette and then another mirror. I can just have everything right here at one time. So I'm just putting those right in my crease. Colors are very buildable. They do go on quite smooth. I do appreciate that, especially when it comes to my left eye. I don't know if it's just my left side period, but I have a problem with applying eyeshadow to that left side. So now I'm just going to take it's another fluffy brush from BH Cosmetics. They don't really have names on their brushes, so, or numbers, so I just go by what I see. And I think I am going to take the color Amina, I'm guessing it is, which is this color right here. And I'm just going to deepen my crease a little bit and go up a little bit. And then also bring it down on the outer corner of my eyes. The pigment paying off real good on the camera. Like, I really, you know, sometimes you get the eyeshadow palettes that the pigment looks good, like when you apply it, but then when you're looking at yourself, it's not really necessarily paying off like you would want it to. So I appreciate this palette and how pigmented it is. And I'm not really experiencing any fallout, which is good too. I don't mind fallout, but it's nice to not have to clean that up as well. Alright, and now I just want another fluffy brush. A thin one like this, which is happens to be another BH Cosmetic brushes. Um, I kind of love BH Cosmetic brushes. I actually don't know the last time I bought any brushes, so even though I have a lot of brushes, so I really don't need to buy none. Honorable right here is kind of this one. It's calling out to me. So we're gonna slap that in somewhere too. I think I wanna kind of blend that up and out. Just make Amina, that color Amina, kind of pop and kind of bring the other two colors together with it as well. And then I'm just going to take a fluffy brush and just blend everything together so you don't really have that hard line of demarcation. Say that 5 times. Another BH Cosmetic brush, just a little small brush. Just cleaning it off. I like how the color, like they're soft colors, like they're not harsh colors, like, and they blend together very well. And then I'm going to take a flat brush, just happens to be another BH Cosmetic brush, and I think I'm going to go with Monarch right here and see how that looks, which I believe this is a metallic shade. I think I want to, because I think I keep looking at this color, Your Highness, right here. Where did it go? Let me do it this way. Your Highness, this one right here. So I think I want to just leave this in my inner corner like it is, and I'm going to put Your Highness on the outer corner. I'm not a major fan of metallic colors, but I do actually really love this color. Like, the payoff is awesome. Um, yeah, this palette is doing what it's supposed to do right now. So I'm going to go in with Your Highness on my outer corner. And then I'm just going to take that same brush that I blended the um, top 3 shadows with and blend all of this together. Especially right here in the middle. And I think I want to go back in with a little bit of Monarch. And then I'm going to go back in with a little bit of Amina and blend out that harsh line. And this is, I'm going to clean it up a little bit. I know it looks a little rough. Um, but as far as my highlight, I use regular highlighter. I don't like using eyeshadows for highlight, so. Alright, so I think I'm done with the eyeshadow portion. That used to be the longest time that I would take for eyeshadow. Like, eyes used to be very, I mean, they still are. They're very still important to me. Just because they're big and they're basically the center part of my face, so. I'm just going to take a makeup remover wipe. I currently, and for the longest, have been using Equate Beauty makeup remover cleansing towelettes. It's just, I normally get the 2-pack, which I need to get some more. I believe this is my last pack. And I'm just going to clean up any mess. As far as like my bottom waterline. Make a sharp, make this the corner of my eye sharp. This is also where I would normally, if there was fallout, I would normally get it as well. This is why I don't put on foundation first. Alright, now we can go back into foundation. So since we are on a Fenty kick, let me find my Fenty foundation. So I have the Soft Matte Longwear foundation in 385 as well as the concealer. Um, that's why I said I normally like my concealer to be brighter than my foundation, obviously. Um, but we'll work with this for now. It just says shake it well, so I'm shaking it up. And I'm going to go in with a Real Technique beauty sponge. I love the angled ones. And I normally just apply the foundation right onto the sponge and then apply it to my face and blend it out. Normally start with 3 pumps, and then we'll go ahead and blend it on out. I started with 3 pumps. I know I'm going to have to use more, but I prefer to use less and have to go back in than to use too much and have to try to correct it. So I'm just going to do another 2 pumps, mainly for my forehead, because I did my forehead and my chin area. And you always blend down your neck, because this foundation, what I've learned with this foundation, because I've tried it out, at first I thought it was too light, but 1, it oxidizes, and 2, once it starts to sit into your skin, at least on me, I don't know for everybody else, but on me, it starts to blend in with my skin. It just has to sit, and kind of like dry down, and then it fits me. Because I think I went to Sephora, and I want to say they matched me with a different color, and that color was completely off. I was matched with this color based off of the little quiz that is on the site. Sorry, I have to fix my nose ring. I hate when my septum piercing is like part of it's hanging out and part of it's gone. I hate that. So that is completed. We can go ahead and put that away. And next I'm going to go in with concealer, which I'm going to use the Fenty concealer again under my eyes. And yes, I'm using my viewfinder right now to put this on. So yeah, just go down the nose, on the forehead, and then I get my lip and underneath. And I'm just going to use that same, well actually no I'm not. I'm going to go in with another Real Techniques brush, a blender. It's coming up blue, but it's actually purple. And I'm going to blend this out underneath my eyes. Alright, so that is all blended out and actually looking real good and flawless. Next I'm going to go in with my setting powder, which currently and for the longest time I've actually been using the Black Radiance True Complexion Loose Setting Powder. It doesn't give a color name, but it is just the yellow powder. I need to get some more. And I'm just going to use a another sponge. I'm using, I, I don't believe this is a Real Technique one. I believe this is just like a off-brand name that I picked up from Walmart. I'm just going to take the bottom of the sponge and use that to do under my eye. And then use the tip to go down my nose. And then while that is sitting and I'm baking, we're going to move back to the eyes right quick. The powder is quite messy. That's one thing I don't like about it, is it's quite messy. And we are going to now line our eyes. I'm going to be using the Milani Eye Tech Extreme Liquid Longwear in 01 Blackest Black. It just looks like this. I've been using it for as long as I can remember. I'm going to try to line my eyes on camera. I normally cannot, but we're going to try something new today. So, not the best line I've created, but it's on there. Plus, I don't do a very extravagant eyeliner. I just like to have something there. I think it's just because I've been doing this so long. It's part of my routine, but I could go without the eyeliner if I needed to. Okay, so we got that on, and now I'm going to go in with mascara. I'm going to try out, it came in my Ipsy September, Ipsy, yes, just a regular Ipsy Glam bag. I'm going to try out the Big Ego Tarte. They just gave a little sample. So I'm going to try that out. I'm normally stuck on the CoverGirl Clump Crusher. So we're trying out something new today. I like it. Excuse my eyeliner. She is a hot mess right now. It definitely gives me lashes. We'll see how it goes. Like I said, I'm just trying it out, so, but let's get this off, let's get this powder off my face. So I'm just using another Real Techniques um, Studio Pro brush. I'm just gonna get all this powder off. Which I do love this powder because, as I said, I do like to have an brightening effect, and this definitely gives me the brightening effect I'm looking for. Okay, and before I actually contour highlight, I'm going to go in with, which I need to get another one of these, just a pressed powder. This is Maybelline Fit Me. Maybelline Fit Me has been my go-to forever. But this is the pressed powder and 355 coconut. I'm just going to basically blend out everything. Alright, so now we're going to go in and we are going to contour. So today we're going to use Beauty Bakery Better Not Bitter Coffee and Cocoa Palette to contour. With this one you have to have a very light hand because, yeah. So I'm going to use Anti-Depresso, which is this one right here. And I'm going to take a smaller brush. This is just a BH Cosmetic angled brush with a very light hand. I'm going to pick up some of that product. I'm actually going to tap some of it off. And we're going to contour. As you can see, you don't need a lot. Well, some people might. I don't like a deep contour. I just don't. Alright, and then I'm going to take my smaller contour brush and I'm going to contour my nose with that color. I like the shade. I think the reason I don't necessarily use that as much is because it has some like glitter, like some shimmer, and I don't necessarily want to walk around with a shimmery contour all the time. So, but now I'm just taking another BH Cosmetic brush, a fluffy brush, and just blending out the contour. And then for blush, I'm going to take, that's not the brush I wanted. I'm going to take my e.l.f. small stippling brush, which I've been in love with this brush since I've gotten it. And we are going to, let's see, what blush do I want to use? I'm actually thinking about using this cream blush stick. So it's a blush to go in the color Miss Spicy. Might help if I wear my glasses. I'm just going to dab this on my cheek a little bit. And then use my stippling brush to smooth it out. And then, being that I cannot just use a cream product, I'm going to go over it with, no, not that one, this one. I'm going to use the Milani Baked Powdered Blush in number 11 Bella Rose. I used to live for this brush. Like, I wore this blush all the time. I don't necessarily wear blush like I used to, but when I did, I used to live for this one. Because it goes on powerful, but it smooths out, like it blends out really well. Like I said, it comes on, it's very powerful. But that's where I have this brush that I got from e.l.f. as well. I know it's a kabuki brush. I don't know what line it's from. I don't know if they even still have this brush. But it's an e.l.f. kabuki brush that I've had forever. And I just use this to blend out harsh lines on my face. Cause like it's just like, I guess because it's so dense, it's just like look at that compared to that. Like, that is a big difference. Now, my favorite part, I'm going to go in with highlight. And I am going to use, I got this, I think this one was not in my, or was it? No, this one was in my box. Hold on, hold that thought. Yeah, no, this one that I'm about to use, it's one of the Fenty Kilowatt Freestyle Highlighter Duos in Ginger Ben and Moscow Mule. Huh, try saying that a couple of times. But it just looks like this. So I think I am going to use the Moscow Mule, which is this one right here. And I am going to use, with the Real Techniques brush, I'm going to use this brush, which is a contour brush actually, but I use it for highlight. Just gonna give my brush some, and then just go for what I know. I like a standout highlight, obviously, as you can see. And then I'm just going to, with a light hand, blend this out so it's not so harsh. But I don't want to lose the pigmentation. And I'm going to take a shadow brush, a small shadow brush, and use the same color on my brow bone and in my inner corner. And I always use my Real Techniques brush for my inner corner, which this is a detailer brush. It's just so small and petite, so it makes it easier to get into my inner corner. Which this actually really blends well with the shadows that I use. It fits the color pattern of them. Alright, now I'm just going to get the chapstick I had on my lips off. And I am going to blend this out just a little bit. This, I stopped throwing stuff myself. This brush actually came in my iBeauty subscription for September. I really love it. I love the handle's really nice. I like the brush. Really sturdy brush. I'm just going to blend, make sure everything is blended nicely. And now we're going to go in with a lip product. I don't know what lip product I want to do today, but let's go to my liquid lips. I think I want to use one of my matte, my regular lipstick. Sorry, not liquid lips. Okay, I can't pick this up. I think I want to go in with one of my, let's see, no. I don't know. I want a nude. I think I want a nude. Oh, well, no, this might work. So I think I'm going to go in with, this is a NYX makeup. This is a Shout Loud satin lipstick in the color Opinionated. Very fall color. So I think we're going to go in with that. I just need to, okay, why don't you want to go down? I need to find a lip liner right quick. I think I'm going to go in with a brown lip liner to go with that burgundy color. So we're going to line the lips first. And now we're going to go in with the actual lip color. Yes, sometimes it's very hard to put lipstick on with this piercing. I'm going to go back in with the pencil just to get everything looking smooth. And I'm going to go in with my wipe and clean up any messes. I don't know if you can hear that, but they are cutting my grass outside right now. So if you hear that, that's them cutting grass. And last but not least, I think I really do love this color, but I feel like I'm giving real like fall vibes right now. Like, I live for fall makeup. It'd be too hot in the summer to be wearing a full face of makeup like this. Like, I don't know how people do it. I can't do it every day. But to finish it off, I am going to go in with the Fenty What It Do Makeup Refreshing Spray and set my makeup. It does say to hold it 10 to 12 inches from the face, but I have a fan going in my ceiling, and if I hold it that far away, the mist ain't gonna hit nothing. So it is a very fine, like when I say fine, it's a very fine mist, like super fine mist. But this is the final look. I feel like I'm giving very fall vibes, very fall vibes. But thank you for sticking with me. I know this video is quite long. Hopefully I can speed up some of the parts, so we'll see. If not, I appreciate you staying through the whole entire video. Once again, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, turn on the notifications. All my social media will be listed down below. And yeah, welcome to Sweet's Life.